I will send you the link of the video, or in the various groups of which you met this link, maybe I've shared the videos there, so you can just watch the video of yesterday after this one and all. So you are all welcome once more, and today we'll talk about content management system. So talking about web development, actually we have two ways at which you can tend to design websites. So the first one is through programming. So programming is basically designing stuffs out there for people using programming languages and solving basic real world problems. So you can be a solver of basic real world problems by using certain programming languages. I started by naming HTML, CSS, but normally HTML, CSS is not a programming language, but it is a hypertext markup language that is used to create websites. That is, for something to be displayed on the internet, it has to be on HTML format. So no matter what programming language in which you use to design web applications, they must always be transformed to an HTML format for them to be displayed on the internet. Now, one programming language of which you can use also to design your website is JavaScript. We have another one is Python. We have another is PHP. We have some others such as we have C and C++, which is not mainly used to design websites. We have Java, which is also used to design web applications, and we have C#, which is mostly used to design games. So for you to be able to produce a website and bring it out there, you can choose to use a programming language or you use the alternative, and that is what we are talking about today, which is content management system. This course does not contain a lot of graphics because at the end we'll get into some stuffs in which I will show you guys on, like the introduction to WordPress and how the WordPress dashboard looks like. So please, I will advise you all to stay till the end of this course. So actually, so CMS stands for content management system, and content management system is often abbreviated as CMS. As I started, it is a software that helps users to create, manage and modify content on websites without the need for specialized technical knowledge. So in similar language, a content management system is a tool that helps you build a website without needing to write all the codes from scratch or even writing a single line of code. So there's a possibility, because there are many people out there. So some of you are in this class that, let me say, you are doing different courses that's not related to web development, but you also want to be part of the web development world. You want to design websites for people, but you don't have the means or the way to do that. So for you to be able to do it, you can use content management systems, which are a very basic and best ways that you can design websites for the internet. And most of you will always ask if content management systems are secured. I would assure you content management systems are very secured, as most of them are open source. That is, when something is open source, it means it has developers working on it 24/7, and all this work is done to secure it. So content management systems are mostly secured for web development, and you can build websites, you can build web applications, you can build mobile applications using content management systems. So there are thousands of content management systems out there, and for you to be able to know which one to choose depends on what you want. So we'll go further so you guys will know more about content management system and the one we'll be discussing about. So what makes up a content management system? On a more technical level, a content management system is made up of two core parts: a content management application, which is the CMA, and this part is the one that allows you to actually add management content on your site. When we get to the content management system, in which you guys will learn how to build a site from tomorrow, you guys will understand more on this perspective. And also, a content delivery application, or is another point, is this is a back end behind the scene processes that takes the content input in your content management application, stores it properly and makes it visible to visitors. So in a content management system, we have a content management application and we have a content delivery application. So these are the two basic formalities of a content management system, and they help a lot in the development process. So for you to be able to develop a website, using a content management system, you must understand the notion of a content management application. When we'll get to what like to the one we'll use tomorrow to design a website, a complete website, you understand what I mean by a content management application and a content delivery application. So let's continue. So basically there are thousands of content management system outside there, and I want to just write to you guys or just glide through a few of types of content management system. Alright guys, I'm sorry my connection had some little issues, so let's just proceed. So I'll be showing you guys some types of content management systems that are out there that we have, and an example of a content management system. So let me just slide over the screen over here so you guys can see. So this is a Google search of, for example, what is a content management system. As you can see over here where my mouse is hovering, this one here is called WordPress. So WordPress is a content management system that helps you to build websites. This one here is also Dropla, and Dropla is also another type of content management system that also enables you to build website. This one is called Joomla. This one is called Sitecore. This one is called Progress Site Infinity. So we have thousands of content management systems that definitely are out there. So depending on whatever niche in which you are in, or depending on whatever thing you are doing, you can choose your own content management system that fits your perspectives. So let's ride over to where we were. So after talking about the types of content management system, I want to unleash the content management system in which we will use throughout this. That is, tomorrow we'll use it to design a website. So talking about WordPress, WordPress is a content management system which is built with PHP and paired with MariaDB. And WordPress comprises of basic structures that helps you pre-design templates and plugins that helps you to accompany the task of building a website in seconds. So there's a possibility of you building a website in seconds using WordPress. I know most of you will be confused because you think people tend to do programming to build websites, but I assure you, using WordPress, you can build a website in 5 minutes, you can build a website in 10 minutes and customize it to look pretty good. So I'm sorry for the connection problems, guys. Okay, so WordPress is a content management system that allows you to build websites not from scratch. So you can build we can build websites here without writing a single line of code. Please, if you can mute your mics, I'll be very happy. So without writing a single line of code. So WordPress is just a drag and drop builder. Depending on the page builder in which you use, can be able to design websites. So tomorrow we'll talk about the installation of WordPress, but today I will guide you guys on how the WordPress dashboard looks like and how everything looks like on a WordPress dashboard. So okay, so talking about a WordPress dashboard, tomorrow you guys will build a site from beginning to end, and there they will show you guys how you can install WordPress and do everything. So for today, I will guide you guys on what the WordPress dashboard looks like and how you can use WordPress to design websites. So for example, I have a website that is running on WordPress. So as most of you who knows my website, and because I've been sharing content of recent, it's called codewithcrest.com. So when you write over to codewithcrest.com, you see a website that is built using WordPress. So, and talking about WordPress features, it definitely comes like an admin dashboard where you have authority over building your website on your own. So you have the navigation bar around here, or the menu bar, that contains the various menus in which you require. And this section over here is a section that displays content whenever you are working on something. So we also have the taskbar over of which you can use. Okay, So you have a task bar of which you can use to design. So I'll just be explaining everything over here. So when you have a pre-installed WordPress dashboard, it looks something like this. Mine is kind of tied up because I've been using it to do designs, and that is why I have some plugins which I installed and some stuffs. So using WordPress to design a website actually comes with WordPress is entitled with just plugins and templates. So plugins are like applications. So application is just like you using your mobile device and you need to install an app to get something going. So let me just say, you need an app to play music, you install an app that is meant for music. You need an app to watch videos, you install an app that is meant to watch videos or to portray videos. You need an app to make calls, you can install an app for calls. You need an app for messaging, you can install an app for messaging. Being it as we also know how Android and iOS devices are, there are at certain times that there's a time where you get to purchase some apps. So that is how WordPress is. So WordPress is relatively free, you can use it for free. I have content on my YouTube channel that talks about how you can create websites using WordPress also, since they will act just like to help you guys, to guide you guys, also like an additional courses to what we will teach you guys today, tomorrow and after tomorrow. So over here on the WordPress dashboard, we have over here is a dashboard that takes you to this dashboard zone. Over at the top you have my site that portrays or shows your site. Here is code requests depending on your site name and also other features that might be included here. So when you check over here on the menu bar going down, you can have the pages folder. So the pages folder just contains the various pages that are present in your website. So my network is kind of bad today, so this is a website that was designed using WordPress, and this did not take me up to 3 weeks to design this interface. So you can do better using WordPress depending on what you want. So at the end of this, we'll also show you guys how you can build website, monetize the website and tend to make a little bit of money from there, and also how you can share your affiliate links by creating blog posts. So coming back here, you can come to the pages folder. Over here at the pages folder, it displays the various pages that are available or the pages that you have in your website. So you can create a page here or you can delete a page over here depending on what you want. So also coming down, you have the post, and the post just relatively depends on if you have a blog website where you share features or posts or anything. Maybe you are sharing content of anything. So depending on the type of website in which you want to build, in designing a WordPress website, we have resources outside there that will help you so much or guide you so much more to get you acquainted with all this. For example, the way you build a blog website is not the same way you build an e-commerce website. For the requirements for a blog website are not equals to the requirements of an e-commerce website. So a blog website will just require you to install simple plugins such as, let me say, Elementor, that will help you as a page builder. It can also, you can require like WP forms, like to create forms where people can submit. And so this one is just a relative click. So here is a dashboard that shows you where the pages is. As you can see, it shows the different types of pages that are found on the website, and if you are willing to add or delete a page from here, you can come over here to add page. You can add a page here, or you come down to delete or trash. You can trash any page of which you want. So tomorrow you guys will go all through all this while creating a website from beginning to end, and you turn to understand more of this. So also talking about the WordPress dashboard, we said the WordPress dashboard contains comprises of plugins and themes. Let us talk about plugins. So plugins are basically, for you to install plugins, you can come over here to the plugins area. You just click on plugins, it loads your plugins. So it displays the various plugins. So plugins are just like WordPress applications that enable you to accomplish specific tasks. So when you click on plugins, it just takes you to the plugin bar where you can see the various plugins that you have that have been installed on your website. So these plugins here just help add more functionality to your website, and each plugin has a specific task of which it has to perform in your website. And for you to be able to install a plugin, you can come over here Actually, there's always a button over here that says install, but since during my installation I used a different feature, that's why I'll have to come over here to my site. I go to hover here and then I come down to plugins. So plugins is just like app store, and WordPress also has a website where you can download WordPress from there for those of you who can work with WordPress from offline. But as a result of this, we will not get to work with WordPress offline, because tomorrow you will be shown how you can get free hosting, how you can host a website for free and everything. So you can build your website, customize everything and host it relatively for free. So when you come to the plugin section, you see over here, these are plugins. When you want to add a new plugin, you come over here to add new plugin. So when you come to add new plugin, you can see a plugin menu will display where you can search a specific plugin that you want. So you see over here, this is an example of a plugin called the Classic Editor. This one is called the ASCII Market. So you can check around, you can see there are many plugins available, but being in the plugin which you want, you can come over here and you search. For example, let me say I was searching for Rishi. So I was searching for Rishi. So you see plugins talking about Rishi will appear here. So you can search basically for any plugin that you want. Let me just say, let me say PayPal. Let's see if we have something of that sort. So there are just thousands of plugins that enables you to do specific things. So an example of such plugins we have, you can see over here, this is a WooCommerce PayPal that helps you to integrate payment on your website using PayPal when you have WooCommerce installed. So you have most of those plugins. So you also have some plugins such as Elementor. And Elementor is simply a page builder that enables you to do drag and drop on your website as easy as possible. So this plugin here helps you more. This is what will help you guys more during this process of building your website, because you use Elementor, which is a drag and drop builder where you just have an interface where you just drag content, you drag and put. When you want to edit text, you just edit the text and do everything. So there's one nice thing about WordPress that you guys don't know that I want to tell you here. The back end of WordPress is being done automatically, so you are not the one who's supposed to sit there to configure the back end. So everything has been configured automatically. What you do is just arranging the front end and analyzing the back end to be the way you want, depending on how you want. So other features about this that I will try to show you guys is, so go back, and if you come over here, let's come to dashboard. So it is very easy for you to create a website using WordPress. So there are many websites outside there that are running on WordPress that nobody will tell you that these websites are running on WordPress. So from today, guys, you guys should understand that there are thousands of websites that are powered by WordPress. They lie and act or run on WordPress. So another feature about WordPress I will show you guys is over here, where you can talk about the user, where you can turn to manage all the users in your system. So this one here can give you a free, like it doesn't gives you the motive of where you get to create PHP codes where you're analyzing how users interact within the system. So you can just basically use WordPress, and here when you write over to all users, you can see all the users that are registered on your system if you had a login kind of stuff. So you see here, I am the only user of my system, I am the admin, and I am the super admin. So I have controversy over my website. You can also check about stuffs here on settings. So settings basically portrays the settings of your website, which is categorized into general, writing, readings, discussion, media, premier links, and privacy. So settings just help you to do some basic analytics about your website and arranging how things work. So over here I can set my site title depending on what I want. So I can set my site title, since my site title is code with Crest, my tagline is learn, grow, optimize, my email is admin codewithchrest.com. So in our tomorrow's class, it will show you how you can create this type of emails and use them. So if you have ever wondered how Facebook messages you with something at facebook.com, so this is the type of emails that are called professional emails. So tomorrow you learn how you could create professional emails and how you can use professional emails. So you can choose the language for your site over here, which mine is English United States. You can choose your time zone. You can search how the date and time format is, and you can save your changes. You can also check on writings, readings, discussion, medias, also premier links, which is also a very important part to play while doing settings or while customizing your website. So you just have to check on the premier links, and always make sure that you set your premier links to post name. So post name enables or helps you more while doing WordPress SEO or optimization. So if you want to rank number one on Google, always try as much as possible to always set this to be on post name. So another feature of WordPress that I want to show you guys is how you could create your navigation bar and other stuff. So creating a navigation bar is really simple. You show you guys how you can do all of that tomorrow. So today we are just taking an introduction into WordPress and making you guys understand possibly all the features in WordPress. So my WordPress dashboard here is too thick, that is why you see many things here. But on a normal note, a WordPress dashboard that is pre-installed doesn't have all these things or all the stuff that I have over here. So guys, this is a very brief introduction into WordPress. So I just want to guide you guys on what you do tomorrow. So tomorrow's class, you have to build a website such as this. So you'll be shown by the tomorrow's tutor. So cause I'll not be the one to take you guys on the class tomorrow. I have someone who is really a professional in web design using WordPress that will teach you guys how you can create a navigation bar, how you can create the body of your website, and how you can create the footer of your website, and also how you can create this blog post on your website where someone can visit. For example, I wrote an article about on-page SEO. So if you click over here, it basically takes you to the page talking about on-page SEO. We'll also show you guys how you can create stuffs, real good stuffs, like, and edit them. Like here you can see this is an article talking about on-page SEO. So you can just basically read what is here. So this is a blog website where I share blog content, so you guys can feel free to check it out. Also, I'll leave the link of this video in the various groups where you found this, and do make sure to watch the video time and again, because our tomorrow's video will be really great, guys. Please, if you miss out today's class, you miss out tomorrow's class, or miss out any other class, please do not miss out the class of tomorrow, because it will be very great. We will create a website such as this from scratch. So we'll do everything from scratch. You guys will learn how you can create good websites, basic websites like this from beginning to end, not from scratch. So you won't write a single line of code. So you build websites that looks such as this, that looks great like this tomorrow, or in our tomorrow's class. Please don't miss out, because the person teaching tomorrow is a very good tutor in WordPress, and he will really take you guys and guide you guys on how you can create. So the basic features of a website, guys, that I want you guys to know, this, let me just show you guys real quick. Okay, so we'll have this. So for your basic website structure is like this, guys. So you have your website like this, which can be the whole body of your website. So your website can be this way. So for your website to be, for example, as I have this website here, so the first thing you see on my website is a header. So every website begins with a header or contains the header zone. So the header zone can contain your logo and the various links that are present there. So we have your logo can be here. This one is called logo. So you can have the logo here. Then at this point you can have like your navigation links, and depending on whatever or however you want your website to look like, you can do it. So a website also contains a footer area. So a footer area is just an area that displays some useful information about yourself or about your website, being it a type of website in which you are creating. So it displays some good or basic information about you, your brand, or your website, or whatever thing you are designing on. So the footer carries it, and sometimes the footer contains the call to action email where people can turn to subscribe to your newsletter. So over here we have the body. So the body is here. So a website has this basic structure. Depending on how you want, you can allow your website to be on full width or your body to be on full width, or you can still decide on the inner body your website is divided into sections. So this can be one section and this can be another section. So depending on what you want to create, this is basically where you have to start from, analyzing how your website structure will look like. And after analyzing how your website structure will look like, now you can turn to build your website depending on whatever analysis of which you have made. So what you see here is a basic website structure, and as I said, a basic website structure here, you can have the logo. Over here you can have the navigation bar. Here you can have the left section, you can have the right section over here, and then over here you have the footer. So these are the basic components or what entitles a website, or the various things in which you take into consideration while creating a website. So tomorrow, guys, with this knowledge of what you have learned today about the basic structure of a website, tomorrow you'll be taught how you could create a footer or arrange your footer or analyze your footer, how you can create the body and content on your website, and how you can create a footer. So guys, I thank you all for being in this class till the end, and if you have any questions, please you can post it up on the questions section, or being it you can contact me directly through WhatsApp. I will respond to your questions, or if you have any question, wherever you see the link of this video, do post your question there and I will respond to you guys. So I thank you all for following up our today's tutorial, and tomorrow please do not miss out in our tomorrow's class, because it will be really good, because we will build a website from beginning to end. And our last day 4 will talk about web design fundamentals, and that is what you tend to take into consideration while designing a website. So in day 4 we'll still talk about what you have seen here, web design fundamentals, and you learn the fundamentals of web design, like what you take into consideration while building a website, and how everything is being posted and how the analysis are being made. I thank you all who are following the free classes, and these classes are powered by Code with Crest. So Code with Crest is just me trying to build something for you guys. So I thank you all guys for being there, and if you have any question you can post it up anywhere and I'll be able to answer you. So I thank you. I'll be stopping the class right now. So if you have any questions, as I said, wherever you see the link to this video or you see the link to the video of yesterday, do place your question there and I will answer. I do appreciate positive feedback from you guys, so you can share your feedback about the class in the various groups of which you found the link to join here, and I really appreciate having you all in this class. Though right now we have relatively less people present here, but I thank you who is still there available following up the class, and I just pray and beg on you to attend tomorrow's class, for it will really be great, because you will learn how to design a website from beginning to end. And if you take those basic principles and you implement it more, you will learn more about building websites without writing a single line of code. So I thank you for being here, and if you have any question, please do leave a follow. And if you are watching this video after, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, turn on the notification bell, and also comment whatever thing of which you feel that should be done or added to the courses, because this is the second edition of our free courses and we are coming up with many other courses. So I thank you for being there. I thank you all for being there, and it is of great pleasure having you guys here.